I gave.
Instead of a present, I have a pizza party.
Oh, pizza party sounds like fun. Very nice. Very cool. Hey, is Timmy here? I saw Timmy. Hey, Timmy. Are you there, Timmy? Timmy. Oh, what happened to our Timmy? All
Hello,
right.
mister.
Hey, Timmy, how are you?
Today is a very normal day.
It was a very what day?
Normal day.
Normal day. It's Saturday, right? Normal Saturday. So, did you know it was International Children's Day?
Yes, mister.
Yeah.
So,
So,
like there was like a little event celebration today.
yeah. Now, do you give presents or do you get presents?
The neighbor had a feast. The neighborhood had a feast.
Oh, neighborhood feast. Traditional
Mhm.
food or modern food?
It was like a food for the kids, mister.
Yeah, very nice. Was it a good time?
It was a pretty good time, and I had a lot of chats.
Yeah. Do
Yeah,
the kids wear anything like traditional clothes or basic clothes?
it's the daily clothes.
Yeah, just, regular casual clothes.
Yes,
Mm,
mister, because like it's a Children's Day, so.
yeah.
Imagine
Well,
it's another freedom day for kids.
yeah. That sounds
Yes.
like fun. It was Children's Day in Japan. It's called Kodomo no Hi, and that's sometime in early May. That's Japan's Children's Day. And so the kids wear traditional yukata sometimes. That's the summer cotton kimono for boys and girls. I'll maybe show you guys a picture later. All right, let's see who we have. Hey, do we have D? Are you there, D? Thank you for your homework. It was nice homework. Don't worry
Yes,
about
thank
it.
you.
You did a nice job. Don't worry if you thought it was late. That's fine. Hey, Tony, are you there? Mr. Tony.
Oh, I'm
Tony,
here.
how are you today?
I'm just fine.
Did you do anything for International Children's Day?
Just stay home and sleep.
Okay, did you have a lot of tests or something?
No, but I did still write a 600 word paper to you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I saw your huge paper. Was it really 600 words? Was that one page?
About 3 page.
3 pages. Oh, yeah, I did see that, Tony. You wanted to do 3 pictures plus one. Thank you for your hard work. It's good. I enjoyed reading them. Nice work, Tony. Okay. How about Mr. Tintin? Are you there? Tintin wrote about the Brandenburg Gate in Germany, I think. That's the famous.
Yes, I'm there.
Hey, Tintin, how are you? Thanks for writing about the Brandenburg Gate. Um, maybe
Uh,
the other students want to see the Brandenburg Gate because you mentioned it in your writing. Brandon. Oh, wait. I have to do Yahoo Pictures first. And then I have to say Brandenburg Gate. So, everybody, what Tintin and I are talking about in Germany, there's a Brandenburg Gate. And it's so famous here. All right. So, Tintin in his paper, he wrote about the Brandenburg Gate because he chose his own place. And this is, he said, the most famous thing in Germany. So, you guys know about this. Tony and Alice, D, Timmy, you know the Brandenburg Gate. What I was thought was interesting, Tintin, is on your Brandenburg Gate, you said it looks a little bit damaged. Was that war damage or just because it's so old?
more because of it's like yeah, because it's old, but it has been renovated some time ago.
Okay, so you guys can see it's the famous gate in Germany. It's been through so many wars. Germany is always getting into wars. So it's beautiful. I like it, but yeah, it's a real symbol of German power too, though. So maybe some people say like, oh, it's not good. It's a sign of Germany's military side. I don't know. Hey, Timmy, can you read this for everybody? Because this is why I showed the Brandenburg Gate. Oh, no, Timmy, Tintin. Tintin, are you there? What happened to our Tintin?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here's Tintin's going to read the Brandenburg Gate. And we're going to make that G a capital G because it's a place named Tintin. There we go. Okay, ready.
The Brandenburg Gate is a famous monument which is located in Berlin. In the middle of it are lots of pillars holding this ancient monument. This gate is well capable of holding more than 25 people between its almost crumbling pillars. This ancient place is also the main attraction in Germany. This place is also known for its overwhelming amount of tourists, though tourism is planned for this monument, so Germany can at least profit from it. Even though it's just a gate, it is still a great place to visit.
Okay. And then I said, is it noisy around the gate? Is there a lot of car traffic, Tintin?
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember there was a lot of cars around it. I never visited it, but I've seen live video of it. So, okay, great work. Thanks, Tintin. Let me go to Alice 11 because I was going to ask Ruyoko to read his, but he's on a trip to Hanoi with his family. He said, Brendan, I can't come to class tonight. So I want to read Alice 11. Now there are two Alice's, so this is Alice 11. Alice 11, would you like to read this one? This is the Hogwarts thing you wrote about. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Hmm.
It was 12 at noon at Hogwarts School. Ron Weasley and Harry Potter were talking about spells in the library. Harry suggested that they should find a book about Hogwarts magic history. Ron seemed to agree with the idea and they began to find the old book. After a long time, they realized who was holding the book. It was Hermione Granger. She was so focused that she didn't notice her surroundings. Ron was about to scare Hermione when Harry stopped him. Harry gently approached Hermione and politely asked her if she could let them the magic Hogwarts history. Hermione was a bit shocked, but she gave the books to the two friends anyway. As Harry read, Ron got bored and started to look around the library. The Hogwarts library was not like any other library. It is a magical one. There are many floating shelves of books on it. Ron walked around the library. The library was huge. There are some crazy things in the library too. Because it was a magical library, there are flying books, bouncing chairs, and floating tables. Ron tried one of them and found it very fun. He decided to ride them around the library. When he was riding the bouncing chairs, he spotted Harry concentrating in a book. And Ron landed quietly and surprised Henry. Henry scowled at Ron and they went back to class.
Very nice. Yeah, Alice, you were switching tenses, so it's hard, you have these. So I said, good job on switching your tenses. Nice work, Alice. Really good. Thank you. Hey, Tony, would you like to read some? Because you said, did you get my masterpiece? Yes, I did, Tony. Tony, I will let you read it because you are a good student. You're what's called an earnest student. You try hard. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Mr. Tony. Tony's homework. Tony, it's really long. Can you just pick 2 paragraphs?
Maybe I'll pick the computer room and the Hogwarts.
All right, here we go. We got computer room and Hogwarts. There they are, number 3 and 4. Okay, everybody, this is Mr. Tony.
Oh.
Tony, should I make it bigger?
First,
think
the computer room.
Yeah, let me see. Can I make this bigger? Second. Tony, I'm going to make it bigger. There we go. That's better. Okay, 3 and 4. Here we go.
In picture 2, it shows us an awesome computer room that every gamer would like. In this room, it has 5 screens, which include 2 smart TVs, another 2 computers, and maybe a tablet, and lots of game consoles to play. On the sofa, there's a drone with 4 wings. On the left corner of the room, there's a large speaker. On the shelf under the TV, there's a small ball of light. Under the sofa, there's a mat. On the mat, there's a gaming chair. That light is blue and little, so maybe it affects the boys and girls' eyes too.
And number 4. By the way, you saw what I wrote there, Tony. So the boys and girls' eyes, you put the apostrophe on the S for girls. It's a little difficult, but you'll understand as you write more.
Yes.
Okay, Tony, here's number 4.
Can you up a little bit?
Yeah, is that okay?
In the third picture, it's showing us about the fantastic Hogwarts Fantasy Library. In the picture, we can see Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, and Hermione Granger, the trio of friends who have embarked on countless adventures together. They're surrounded by towering bookshelves made of wood. Fun fact, some books can scream. Their face illuminated with a soft glow enchanted lantern that hovered nearby. Harry, with his trademark glasses and a lightning-shaped scar, might leaning against a pile of book, a determined look in his eyes as he scanned the title of for clues to find about the Philosopher's Stone and its owner, Mr. Nicholas Flamel. Ron, tall and gangly, might be gesturing animatedly as he discussed his finding, his red hair standing out against the sea of dusty books. And Hermione, the bookworm, is holding a thick book in her hand, her brow furrowed in concentration as she searched the answer for her question. Then she read it aloud to Ron and Harry. For them, around them, pardon me, the library buzzes with activities. Other students buzzles around, their robes swishily as they hurry to find a perfect reference or a quiet corner to study. The air is alive with hum of whispered conversation and the rustle of turning page, creating an atmosphere of scholarly camaraderie and the shared pursuit of knowledge. Despite the challenge they faced and the danger lurking into the magical world, Harry, Ron, and Hermione stand together, united their quest for truth and justice. Sorry. As they stand in the heart of the Hogwarts library, surrounded by wisdom from the general past, they know that no mystery is too great to unravel with courage, friendship, and a little bit of magic. Thank you.
Nice, Tony. Really nice. And good use of clauses here. I especially like this one. Tony, this is really good. I had to read it 2 times, 3 times to make sure. And Hermione, the bookworm, is holding a thick book in her hands, comma, her brows furrowed in concentration. It all works together. You can put the commas in there because some students use too many commas, but you use the commas correctly. So I'm going to give you an applause. You know, some people don't use those clauses correctly. You did, Tony. Very nice work. All right, I just want to read one more. We have Nancy. Poor Nancy said, "Teacher, where's my work? I was one of the first students." Hey, you know what happened, Nancy? Your paper was put into the yellow files, and sometimes they just disappear in the yellow files. So I had to correct your homework again, Nancy. I'm sorry about that. All right. Are you there? Ms.
Yeah.
Nancy. All right, Nancy, here you go. Time for you to read.
The rich boy with his phone. In the rich house, there's a rich boy named Ken. Since he had his smartphone, 17, he always stayed in his room and watched YouTube and TikTok. His parents didn't care about that too much, but one day when his parents went home, he was still in his room and playing games. He closes
his room very carefully, but one day he couldn't open the door. When his parents went back home, they were very worried about that, but they couldn't do anything. He wasn't scared or worried because his phone is the best, and he still was in the bed and watched Mr. Beast on YouTube and wait for help. His parents all really knew that and didn't care about him. He waited for help, but for 2 days he didn't go out. He began to be scared and hungry. It's 4 days now, and he's still in his room and waiting for help. But one day he shouted, "Everyone help me, please." When his parents listened, they come back helpful and asked, "Do you know your mistake?" "Yes, mother," he said. The helper came and gave back his freedom. He was sorry about it. He threw his phone away and played like a normal child.
Yeah, child. Very good, Nancy. I really like it. This boy's so young, though. I hope it wasn't him. I hope the boy was a little bit older, Nancy, because that boy is so young. It would be terrible if he was locked in his room and something bad happened, right? Okay, nice work, you guys. Thank you, everybody. And so, are you guys ready for tonight's class? This is called Strengthen Your Writing. How to strengthen your writing. Now, I need some helpers to help me read here. So, Miss Susu, are you there?
Yes, I am always here.
Wonderful. And so, Susu, let's go to the very top because I was working on this before your class. Can you read this part here?
Okay. Hello, everyone. Let's start with some review from the last few weeks. Remember how we concentrated on the 5 senses? We can list these as questions to ask yourself while you get ready to write. What I saw, what I heard, what I smelled, what I felt, what I tasted. Do you notice that these are all what questions? They are how, what, where, who, when, and why. The combination of these 2 sets of questions can clarify a lot of what you want to say in writing. So you need to not feel stressed when you have a writing excitement.
Yeah, it helps you clarify. You can ask what you smell, what you hear, what you saw, what you tasted, who, what, where, when, how, why. You know, all these great ideas.
Teacher,
Yes, who's
may
that?
I go out?
Yeah, who is that? That's Nancy. All right. Well, hope we'll see you soon, Nancy.
No, I go to the toilet.
Oh, okay. Okay, don't fall in. That's the American joke. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. D, I want to be a Nobita. Okay. D, if you want to be Nobita, you have to read for me. Can you read for me,
Okay.
Miss D Nobita? D Nobita, here's what I want you to read. Can you read this here? It's a little longer.
Okay. As we are close to the end of our 10-week season, we can ask some deep questions to here they are. Did you keep your audience in mind? Who are you writing to? Classmate, teacher, friend, parent, brother, sister, or maybe even your grandmother? Did you include some detail that will interest the people reading your work? Did you make your first sentence especially interesting
so that reader will want to continue reading. Did you tell the event in order, a time order, so you make it clear when the event happened? Did you use special words? These are the city description. What did you see in the did you in the room, or what did you see around your school? Did you use other sense words? How many sense were you able to use? Did you use sentences using different letters and style to keep the writing interesting? Last week we learned long and short sentences style.
Nice, Dee. Really good. Okay. Let's see, who else can we do? Let me see. I'm just checking all the people. Alice, Suri, Nancy, Dee, Li Huyan. Is Li Huyan here?
Well, that's another Alice then.
Oh, that's the other Alice. Hey, Alice, how are you?
I'm fine.
Alice, what do you think of all these dids? Are there too many dids?
I think it's a bit funny about that.
There's so many, but if you guys can just pick 2 or 3 for your writing, it could probably, you could say, did you use your smelling, your hearing to describe something? Did you use spatial words? What do you see all around you? And did you put the events in the order? And you could tell a nice story about school this way. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Hey, Jesse, are you there? Jesse, let's check with Jesse. Hey, Jesse.
Yes.
Hey, Jesse. Jesse, can you read this last blue part here, please, for everybody?
And finally, go through this grammar checklist. Each sentence begins with a capital letter. Each sentence ends with the correct punctuation. Period, question mark, exclamation point. Each sentence states a complete thought. When the thought is over, I end it. No commas and more commas with more and more information. Example. Jill came home from school. She was tired. Her mom smiled at her. She was happy to see you today. Oh, so bad. Jill came home from school and she was tired. Her mother smiled because she was so happy to see you today.
Yeah, thanks, Jesse. So do you see, that's how it sounds much better. Let's see, is going back to Susu. Susu, do you see the problem with that writing in number 1? Jill came home from school today, comma, she was tired. Her mother smiled at her. She was happy to see. What's the problem there? Does this sentence sound good? This one here?
Let me think a little bit.
Yeah. Jill came home from school today. She was tired. Her mother smiled at her. She was happy to see Jill today. Blah, 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 blah. What's the problem?
You put the comments too much.
Yeah, too many commas. It just keeps going and going, and they put commas. Susa, the reason I wrote this way is in one of the classes, there's a very nice boy, but he just keeps putting commas, commas, commas. So I'm trying to work with him and say, stop putting all those crazy commas. Hey, Susa, read this one. This is what Jesse just read. Can you read the correct way one more time?
Jill came from homeschool and she was tired. Her mom smiled because she was so happy to see Jill today.
Yeah, does it look better, Susu?
Yeah, that
Yeah. Good, you see it. It looks nice. Susu, you don't have a problem with that, so don't worry too much about that. All of you are pretty good. You don't do that, So that's just your checklist. Hey, Tony, are you there? Can you read this one here?
Now start with all of these things. Remember, we can advance to storyline. We'll start in this class tonight and you'll do your homework. Our final class next week and you'll read the story to the class. Let's look at some detail of this storyline setting. The story has a setting telling when and where the action takes place. Plot. A plot is a series of events with a problem that need to be solved. Selections. It's an interesting story for the beginning, the middle, and the end to make a story fun, clear, and fun to read.
Yeah. Hey, Tony, can you read this one too? Description.
Description word tell
Hmm.
about the character, the settings, and the events. Description word can be used in all part mentioned down here.
Yeah. So here's a storyline. Let's see. Alice 11, can you start with the first one? I'll pick 3 different students so you each have a chance. Can you read the first ones, Alice?
Max message. Today, today was Max's teacher's birthday, and Max wakes up late. He scrambled around the house to get ready, brushing his teeth while putting on his white school socks. He grabbed a fresh apple from the kitchen on his way to the bus stop. He made it into the bus stop just as the bright yellow school bus was pulling up.
Yeah, so Alice and Tony, you know in America they have yellow buses to take the students to school. Have you seen those before in books or on television? So when I was a boy, I took a yellow bus. Suri, are you there? Miss Suri. Suri, are you there? Suri. Hello, Suri. Suri, are you there? Did Nancy come? Suri, hello, Suri. How are you?
Hello, teacher.
Can you read this part here?
Okay. After Max hung up his red winter coat, he sat down his desk in the middle of the room. Max then realized that he has forgotten Miss Emery's birthday card at home. He had put it in his backpack last night, and he had forgotten to grab it from the kitchen table on his way out. What was he going to do?
Nice, very nice, Suri. Let's check. Nancy, did you come back from the toilet?
No, I guess.
Yes, okay. Nancy, can you read this part here?
It was too cold outside to have recess, so Mrs. Emerdy brought out the art supplies, and
Yeah.
with the students spent their recess drawing and writing. Matt grew a hot birthday cake with glowing candles and fine layer. He wrote his name and took it up to Mrs. Emerdy. Happy birthday, Miss Emerdy, Max says.
Thanks, Nancy. I have a cake there, but it's only 2 layers. It's too bad. Oh no. Hey, I'm gonna ask you guys some basic questions. Now these are kind of easy, but let's see who we can get. Is that other Ellis there? We have the 2 Ellises. Let's see if we have the 2 Ellis. The other Ellis. I don't want to call her the other Ellis, but that's little Li Huyen. Li Huyen, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Hey, can you answer this question? Li Huyen, who are the main characters in this story? Can you tell me some of them? I think there are just 2.
But wait a moment, teacher.
Okay.
Actually, I'm Alice,
Oh,
the
okay.
young Alice, but I
You
forgot
don't
to
wanna-
change my name.
You don't want to be called the other Ellis, though. I mean, we have Ellis 11 and the other Ellis. It sounds kind of scary or something. Little Ellis, too. You're very charming. I would hate to call you little Alice. How about Ellis number 2? Is that okay?
Yeah, maybe that's
Okay.
great.
All right, well, what's your city? What city do you live in, Ellis?
Tuihua.
Oh, it's hard to say that. Tui Ha?
Yeah,
Tui Ha. Okay, so Tui Ha Ellis. Is that okay?
yeah.
Okay. So who are the main characters? I'll give you a hint. There are just 2 characters.
Yeah, it's Max and Miss Emery.
Nice work, Lee. Ellis, nice work, really good. Okay, now this next one's a little challenging. I'm going to give this to Mr. Tintin. Tintin, the action takes place in two settings. What are the two settings or two places? And this is just to get you guys using the word settings. Tintin, are you there? Oh no, what happened to Tintin? Tintin, Tintin, where are you? Tintin is at the Brandenburg Gate. All right. Timmy, are you there? Can you help me, Timmy? Hello, Timmy. Oh no, all these people disappeared. What happened? D, are you there? Hello,
Yes.
D, the action takes place in two settings or two places. What are the two places this story takes place?
What?
Two places, this story, Max's story. Can you tell the two places where it takes place? Two settings, they call it.
Any place?
Yeah, two places though.
I want to have a cheese word.
No, not cheese. This is Max's story.
Okay,
Max's
I
story.
got a place.
Okay.
School and swimming pool.
Swimming pool. Your school is
Yeah.
good. It takes place at school.
The art.
Oh, the art
Yes.
classroom? That's not
Yeah.
bad. Okay, that's pretty good, D. So the art classroom in school. But where does he wake up though? Each morning he wakes up.
He wakes up.
Yeah, where do you wake up each morning? Do you wake up at school or somewhere else?
I wake up at my house.
My house. So do you see the blue here? Where does Max wake up?
Max wake up at his house.
His house, yeah. So two settings are Max's house and at school. Very good. You got it, D. Okay. But the swimming pool is an interesting choice, D. Okay. Let's go back to Tony. Hey,
Just
Tony.
kidding.
Tony, are you there?
I'm here, sitting here, seeing in front of you, Mr.
Oh.
Brandon.
Okay. Hey, Tony, I'm going to give you this one's too easy. Let me give you this question, Tony. What happens at the beginning, in the middle, and the end of the story? And I'll give you a hint. I separated this into the three: beginning, middle, and end. Can you give us a summary?
Maybe I got it. First, in the beginning, it's Max's birthday, and he wake up late.
Hmm.
He go around the house to get ready for his birthday.
Yeah.
He get it to the bus stop.
But wait 1 second. Hey, Tony, is it Max's birthday or somebody else?
I think that Max, Miss Emery.
It's Ms. Emery, the teacher's birthday. Yeah. Not Max's birthday, right?
Wow.
Ah, okay. So be
in-
careful.
In the middle, Max go into the class.
Yeah.
The Miss Emery birthday card at home.
Yeah.
So what gonna do? She
Yeah.
called the recess.
Yeah.
So she bring our supplies.
Uh-huh.
Recess, spend the recess in class drawing and writing.
Yeah.
Max drew a huge birthday cake
Yeah.
with glowing candles and 5 layers. He
Yeah.
wrote
So
his
Tony,
name and give it to Miss Emery. Then he give her
the cake.
happy birthday and a cake.
So Tony, in this picture, I only did 3 layers because that's the only image I could find. It should be 5-layer cake, but this is a 3-layer cake. Tony, there's a bonus question. What season is it? What time of year? Do you know? There's a hint in the middle part. Does anyone know?
Can you say the question again, please?
Okay, so Tony, this is an extra question. What season do you think it is?
Maybe winter
Yeah, and that's because?
or fall.
No, you got it. Do you see it? his red winter coat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Summer.
So yeah, so you have to be careful. It's
I
there.
love winter.
Who loves winter? Who says winter? I love winter. Is that little?
Me.
It's D
me.
loves winter. Now, D in Vietnam, do you wear winter coats or do you wear lightweight coats?
No, I don't wear the winter coat because right now
A winter
here
coat. Is that right? You wear a winter coat? Are you in Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi?
I in Ho Chi Minh City.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so in Ho Chi Minh City, you have to wear a winter coat. Huh,
Yes.
interesting. I'm surprised to hear it. Let me show you guys something. When I was in Taipei last year, I had what's called a windbreaker. Do you guys know windbreakers? Well, it's an anime, but here, I'll show you guys a windbreaker. So I had a windbreaker, and these are men's windbreakers. So I had this kind of coat here from Costco. I got this coat with zippers. That's not me, it's just somebody else. That's called a windbreaker. And I had a windbreaker and a sweater, and that's all I had. So do you wear winter coats or windbreakers? Alice 11, in winter in Vietnam, do you use a windbreaker or a winter coat?
Windbreaker and my brother wear a winter coat on the bed, his bed.
Oh, on his bed. Okay.
To
Is it cold in the house in winter?
No, like my brother, my brothers live in the AC and he's
Ah.
wearing winter coat. I don't know.
Okay, interesting. How about Nancy? Nancy, do you wear a windbreaker or a winter coat in winter?
Winter coat.
Okay. All right, let's see. I'm checking that chat box. Oh no, you guys are having a cheese war. Susu and Nancy, are you guys starting a cheese war? And even sweet little D and Suri joined in your cheese war. Actually, you're playing nicely. You're not using any bad stuff. So, okay, that's good, you guys. D says, I want to be a Nobita so that I can use a time machine and bring back some really ancient cheese. Very nice. Okay, you guys. So we have Max's story, you guys. Strengthening your story. And so we finished with the birthday cake. And so now my question to you guys, can you start a story? I'm going to ask you for some story ideas. Something about like Max. Try to do 3 paragraphs this time for your homework. And then next week we'll read everybody's work on our last day. It will be like a celebration of your work. So let's start with Miss Susu. You always have great stories. Susu, are you there? Can you start with a story and I'll write it for you here. I'll get your story started so other people can enjoy some story ideas. Remember, you should have a beginning, a middle, and an end to your story. Okay,
Yeah.
Susu, what would you like to write your story about?
About the cheesecake.
Cheese what?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake, okay. Beginning. We'll call this. One moment, please. And so what do you think is a great name for the story?
The great happy birthday cheesecake.
Okay. The great happy birthday cheesecake. Okay, where does the story take place?
The story takes place in a crazy party.
Okay, a crazy party or a birthday party?
A crazy birthday party.
And is it at a friend's house or a restaurant?
In
Or-
the park.
Okay, in the park. Is it winter or summer or spring or fall?
It is in the spring.
Okay. How many students are there or kids?
There are 5 kids and no 12. There are 12 kids and nine adults.
Okay, good. And it becomes crazy. Why is it crazy?
It's crazy because there was a big noise and then everybody's black cheesecake in the friends in everybody's faces.
Oh my God. Spitting or throwing the cheesecake?
Throwing.
Okay. Funny, Susan.
I want cheese.
Yeah. And so, Susu, it gets so crazy. Do the adults tell them to stop it?
The adults are very angry, and then they have an idea that that they will hide every pieces of cheesecake and until there is only one cheesecake.
Okay. Okay. And then what happens to the only cheesecake?
Then when then adult then adult then adult then the adults shout to the children that there are no more cheesecake.
And what is the children's reaction?
The children got very sad and they start acting like dogs because they lick all of their faces.
Whose faces do they lick?
They lick their faces and eat any piece of cheesecake that are left in their bodies.
Oh, it's really funny, Susu. How does the story end?
The story and the children's now got more crazy, and their own adults need to shout at them to stop, and they said the children's must promise they will not waste cheesecake anymore.
Okay. And then is everybody happy?
Yeah, everybody is happy and always play with and always eat cheesecake.
Okay, you ready? I'm going to add one piece to your story, Susu. Okay.
Yeah.
But what do you think, Susu? The last piece.
Yeah. And can I add more things over the end?
Yeah.
And the party was And the birthday. And the birthday, can you add? And the birthday is literally nobody's birthday.
Okay. So they just decided to eat cheesecake in the park?
Yeah.
Okay.
Teacher, the end is longer than the middle.
I know, isn't that crazy? Who is reading that? Who said that? Is that
Nancy,
Nancy? Can you read the story then? Susu wrote the story. You can read it, okay? Start with the title and then you can read all this. Ready? Because you have a great speaking voice, Nancy.
the great happy birthday cheesecake. Beginning. The story takes place at the crazy birthday party in the park. It is in the spring. There are 12 kids and 9 adults. The problem is a noisy party and the friends start throwing cheesecake at each other. Middle, the adults get really angry and they have an idea to stop this cheesecake war. They decide to hide all the cheesecakes, but there will only be one cheesecake left. Then the elders shout at the children that there are no more cheesecake. The children get very sad and they started acting like dogs. They lick their face to eat the small piece of cheesecake left, just like a dog. And they get even more crazy because they are acting like dogs. The adults shout even louder. Finally, the children feel bad and they promise not to waste tea cake on cheesecake war ever again. Everyone is happy and always eats cheesecake, but there's one small problem. Nobody remembers whose birthday is it. Actually, it is nobody's birthday. The kids just need a good reason to eat cheesecake in the park.
Very nice. What do you think, Nancy? Good story?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Susu tells good stories just from her memory. Hey, I want to do this with Tony. Tony, can you try this? We have about 15 minutes. We have enough time. Would you like to dictate your story to me, Tony, and I'll just write what you say?
Maybe, but wait a minute. Can I get a story?
Yeah, now this is from your brain or something that you saved onto your computer? This is direct from your brain, is it?
What about the time when I was 5 years old and I eat chocolate?
Okay, this is fine. Okay, so Tony's
The downright lie. Sorry to
Okay.
dog.
downright lie.
Sorry to my dog.
Oh, okay. Tony's story.
Name is
Call-
Lucky.
Saying sorry to my dog. And okay, here we go.
Okay.
Tell me about the beginning of the story.
Can you add the part, the downright lie, then
Oh,
a dog?
Okay. The downright lie. Do you guys understand what that means? The downright lie, it means it's just a total lie. It's kind of serious. All right. Tony, give us a beginning to the downright lie, saying sorry to my dog.
7 years ago.
Uh,
7 years ago,
uh-huh.
when my mom doesn't give me any dessert, that means chocolate for my dessert, for my last course.
Hmm.
That time I got a tantrum and going to steal some chocolate from her
Oh,
box, from her snack box. She called that
Uh.
one. And It was my mom doesn't know that I steal it, but we got a dog at our house, and I did steal some chocolate and eat some cellophane and get some cellophanes there. I thought mom will know that, but she
Uh,
didn't. Wait a minute. Can you add to the middle?
Sure, again. Yeah. Now you brought in the dog into the middle. Is that right? So the dog, how did you give the dog chocolate?
Uh, in this time, my dog hang out with me when I was stealing, and it didn't make any noise.
Hmm.
But when my mom comes home, I was running and sitting on the chair, like acting like normal when like drinking water. But
Mhm.
I did the celloplanes there, and the dog didn't react anything. So she said,
I just add this to your thing. Do you know trustworthy? You can count on your dog. My mom came home. Okay, Tony.
that time my
Hmm.
mom said,
Did she ask or did she say?
she say,
Okay. What did she say?
"Bad dog, why did you eat my chocolate?
Oh,
I was doing that for my lovely son."
oh really? Wow. Oh, poor doggy. Ending.
But it didn't eat anything. Um,
Do you know this
and
word? Tony, here's one for your vocabulary. Culprit is the person who does the bad thing. Culprit, yeah.
I know
Culprit.
that one.
Okay, good.
And
So how did you feel, Tony?
I feel pretty guilty for the dog, but it did, like, but mom took it to the vet and
Yeah.
gotten it like pumping stomach.
Oh, yeah, because it's dangerous, right?
Yeah, mom says.
Yeah, it's true.
Mom said,
Uh,
um, okay, that's okay, but it's pretty expensive. Chocolate
yeah.
is like poison to dog.
Oh, really? So the vet didn't find anything, right?
Yeah.
Um, where was the chocolate from?
The chocolate is from the it's from my snack box, but it I didn't know, but it's pretty like not so expensive.
Uh, where was it made? Does Vietnam make chocolate, or do you guys buy it from France, Belgium, Germany, Switzerland?
My mom bought it from France. She
France,
did.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So French chocolate. Okay. So how did the dog feel? Was he really stressed after having his stomach pumped?
Yeah, and I felt really, really, really sorry for him.
Oh,
But really, I didn't. But the dog when it give me it like, and
oh.
then it was really angry for me. I own you once.
So the dog knew like this whole story. Like I didn't take the chocolate, Tony did. And so was the dog angry for a long time or just that day?
He angry for a year.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's a year, 1 month, and 56 days.
Do you
Maybe.
still have this dog?
No, my grandma took it.
Okay. Now, did you ever tell your mom the true story?
Yup, and she didn't hit me at all, but she made me to work doing more chores than the day.
Okay. All right. Well, great story, Tony. Sad to hear the dog had to go to grandma's house. Okay, so I want you guys to read each other's stories so we'll get a different reader. LS11, can you read this great story, a sad story of Tony's dog? And this way you can get a chance to read someone else's story. Alice, go ahead and read that one.
7 years ago, when my mom didn't give me any chocolate for dessert, I decided to steal some chocolate from her snack box. She didn't realize I have stolen it. Lucky me. My dog was hanging out with me while I'm stealing the chocolate. The dog made no noise, like a good boy. It was trustworthy. My mom came home and I drank a lot of water, like nothing unusual happened. My mom said, "Bad dog, why did you eat my chocolate? I was saving that for my lovely son." The dog hadn't eaten anything. I was the culprit. I felt real guilty about the dog taking the blame. Mom took the dog to the vet because it's dangerous for a dog to eat chocolate. The vet did nothing,
Yeah.
but my mom told the vet that the expensive chocolate is poison to a dog. The dog had its stomach pump, and I felt very sorry for this poor doggy. The dog did get angry with me and growled. His anger lasted long time, for over a year. Finally, my grandma took the dog. I finally told my mom, and as punishment, she made me do more chore that day.
Yeah,
I
great.
heard a story in a book called Diary of the Wimpy Kid. It had a
Yeah.
similar story to that.
What did the dog eat in the Wimpy Kid story?
No, the kid ate, not the dog ate.
Did the dog eat chocolate? Yeah, because they say it's there. Hey, Alice from, there you are. Sudi is there. Hey, Sudi, how are you? Sudi, is your microphone okay? Oh, poor Sudi. Hey, Sudi.
It's just
Okay.
bit small.
Hey, Sudi, the voice is low. Which did you like better, the doggy story or Susu's cheese war story?
I think it just wait me a minute.
All right, wait a minute. We'll wait. Just going to think about this. Alice, you had a question, please. Alice, Miss Alice. Hello, Alice. Nguyen Lee Huyen.
No, nothing, teacher.
Are you enjoying the stories, Alice?
Yeah, and I feel like the first story is probably very funny.
Yeah, the cheese war story.
Yeah, like the kids just want to eat cheesecake at the park, but they have to find a good reason.
Yeah,
But
Hey,
actually, there's nobody's birthday then.
I know, that's my part. I put that in there just for fun. Hey, Alice, would you like to write a nice story like this? You and Sudi, can you guys write me a nice story for next week?
Yeah.
Okay, one paragraph, please. Please, Sudi, you can write me a nice paragraph. Now I'm going to talk to Tin and Timmy. Timmy, can you guys write me a really good story, like one-page story? Do you have time? Tin, are you still there?
Mister, but like in what topic?
Timmy, what do you think? What's interesting to you? It just has to be a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end, and you can go crazy with the story if you want. I don't mind.
But let me try to like I think for a so something that I can try to name.
Yeah. Are you finished with school, Timmy, already?
Yes, like I just finished school yesterday,
Okay, so you have some
and
free
today
time.
is the summer. Yes, understand today's where summer is summer.
Could you write one page then? Would you have time to do that?
It looks like I have a whole free time tomorrow, Mister.
Okay.
So I
Yes.
can like finally do the homework.
All right. Try your best. You have really interesting ideas, Timmy. So maybe you can write something really interesting for us.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Thank you,
right.
Mister.
You're welcome. Try. Let's see. Hey, Tony, are you there? Mr. Tony has a question.
Can you send this one into yellow, please?
Yeah, because then it saves time for you guys. That's absolutely right. Thanks for reminding me, Tony. All right, you guys, I'm going to send this to Yalo. And then if your mom says, what's the homework? Say it's a little bit longer than usual, but we want to put this in, make a great story for our class, export as a PDF. Is PDF okay, you guys? Because I'm putting this on.
Can it
Yeah.
be a word?
Yeah, I can do that on Word too. No problem, Tony. Okay, so I'm going to do first, I'm going to make sure I have it on my desk. Yeah, okay. And export. And then the next thing I'm going to do is copy all of this into Word. All right, you guys are going to put it in two. It's going to be PDF and Word. There we go. Thanks for telling me, Tony, because I'll put this all in PDF and Word for you guys for next time. But I'll do it tonight too, of course. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, so I have to copy this and put it in the Word. New file. Let's see if it works, because sometimes if I put the birthday cake into Word, it doesn't like that I'm putting images. With Microsoft, it's, yeah, it didn't put my image of the birth. Oh, it did put it in there. Okay, that's crazy. Sometimes it doesn't do that. So here we go. Save as lesson number 9. Okay, and so we'll do 2 formats. Okay, so this will show up in about 2 or 3 minutes, you guys. So let me say goodbye to all of you. Thanks. It was kind of a quiet night tonight, but you guys did a great job. And let me just get this out of here. Save.
Mister,
Yes.
I cannot see it. Is it on Brendan's side writing?
What is it?
I don't see it.
Let me see. Oh, I'm just putting it up now. Let me see if I got it. Did that do it? Let me see. I'm just checking. Huh, strange. Let me check here. One moment, please. Here we go. Yalo. And it's our Saturday. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We should be able to get this, you guys. Let's see. Basic writing. Someone did some crazy basic writing. What is that one? Please join. We're all here. Okay, that's a message from Miss Duke. Okay, let's try lesson 9. Here's your word. And let's see. Yeah. And then here is PDF. Yep. Okay, you guys, I think it's there for you. Let me make sure the PDF is loading. Yeah. Okay. So, Tony, did you check?
Yes, I checked it.
Yeah. Does it look okay?
It looks pretty okay.
Yeah, pretty okay. Okay. All right, you guys. Can I say goodbye to you one by one? Goodbye, Tony and Nancy and Sudi and Ellis, Timmy, Dee, Traman, Jesse, Tintin, Susu, Alice. Great job, you guys. Thanks, Susu, for the great cheese war, and Tony for the story. Bye-bye, you guys. Bye-bye, Dee. Bye-bye, Traman.
Goodbye, teacher. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye, Ellis. Take care. Bye, Dee. Bye, Timmy. Bye-bye, Tony. Bye-bye, Ellis. Bye-bye, Traman. See you guys.